For any economy to grow, capital formation is essential. Entrepreneurs need funds to take risks and build businesses, but the money often lies with savers, individuals, corporates, and even governments. The financial system acts as a bridge, moving wealth from surplus pockets to deficit pockets. India's financial system has two sides, the informal system and the formal system. The informal system includes moneylenders, chit funds, pawnbrokers, and local associations. Though unregulated, it played a vital role in rural areas and early economic activity. The formal system, however, is structured, regulated, and institutionalized. It includes banks, NBFCs, insurance companies, mutual funds, pension funds, and regulators like RBI, SEBI, and IRDA. Within the formal system, we have financial institutions, banking institutions like SBI, PNB, and cooperative banks, non-banking institutions like insurance companies and mutual funds. Financial instruments, loans, deposits, investments, insurance policies, pension contributions, and derivatives. Financial markets, money market, forex market, capital market, and insurance market, where demand and supply determine prices and liquidity. Pre-independence, before 1947, Bank of Hindustan was set up in 1770, followed by Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, and Bank of Madras. These merged into the Imperial Bank, later becoming State Bank of India in 1955. The Bombay Stock Exchange was founded in 1875, Asia's first stock exchange. But this era was turbulent, many banks failed, leading to the creation of RBI in 1935 and strict foreign exchange controls. Post-independence, 1947-1991, India adopted a mixed economy with planned development. RBI was nationalized in 1948, SBI in 1955, and LIC in 1956. Major banks were nationalized in 1969 and 1980 to bring banking to the masses. Regional rural banks were set up in 1975 to promote financial inclusion. Development financial institutions like IFCI, ICICI, IDBI, NABARD, Exim Bank, NHB, and SIDBI were established. Mutual funds began with UTI in 1963. Deposit insurance was introduced in 1962 to protect depositors. This phase gave India a socialist banking structure. Liberalization, 1991-2010, triggered by a balance of payments crisis, India opened its economy. The Narasimham committees recommended reforms, reducing SLR and CRR, introducing prudential norms, capital adequacy ratios, deregulating interest rates, and allowing private banks. Debt recovery tribunals were set up, and banks gained freedom to expand. Credit rating agencies like CRISIL, ICRA, and CARE were established. NSE and OTCEI brought electronic trading, while NSDL and CDSL enabled dematerialization of shares. FIIs were allowed to invest, and settlement cycles were shortened to T-Jod 2. This phase modernized India's financial sector. Post-global financial crisis, 2010, present, the focus shifted to strengthening banks, managing NPAs, adopting Basel norms, and enhancing technology. Digital banking, mobile payments, and fintech innovations have transformed the sector. Today, India's financial system is robust, diversified, and globally integrated. Question number 1. Which of the following is part of the informal financial system? A. Commercial banks. B. Mutual funds. C. Moneylenders. D. Insurance companies. Answer: C. Moneylenders. Question number 2. Which institution was the first commercial bank in India? A. State Bank of India. B. Bank of Hindustan. C. Imperial Bank of India. D. Punjab National Bank. Answer: B. Bank of Hindustan. Question number 3. The Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, Asia's first stock exchange, was established in A. 1806, B. 1875, C. 1935, D. 1955. Answer: B. 1875. Question number 4. In which year was the Reserve Bank of India established? A. 1921, B. 1935, C. 1948, D. 1955. Answer: B. 1935. Question number 5. The first major nationalization of banks in India took place in A. 1948, B. 1955, C. 1969, D. 1980. Answer C. 1969. Question number 6. Which of the following was set up in 1963 as India's first mutual fund? A. ICICI Mutual Fund. B. UTI. C. SBI Mutual Fund. D. LIC Mutual Fund. Answer B. UTI. Question number 7. The Narasimham Committee, 1991, recommended a. Increase in CRR. B. Deregulation of interest rates. C. Nationalization of more banks. D. Abolition of RBI. Answer B. Deregulation of interest rates. Question number 8. Which of the following was not a recommendation of Narasimham Committee 2, 1998? A. Narrow banking for weak banks. B. Raising capital adequacy ratio to 9%. C. Merger of strong banks. D. Nationalization of private banks. Answer D. Nationalization of private banks. Question number 9. Which of the following institutions was set up in 1982? A. NABARD. B. NHB. C. SIDBI. D. IFCI. Answer A. NABARD. Question number 10. The Depositories Act, 1996 led to the creation of A. NSE and BSE. B. NSDL and CDSL. C. RBI and SEBI. D. IFCI and ICICI. Answer B. NSDL and CDSL.